It's been less than 6 months since the release of the second episode of the animated series The Amazing Digital Circus, and I'm just laughing at the fact that a bunch of people were expecting some nonsensical action because of all those childish parodies of Digital Circus, where the main action was trying to ship characters and create melodrama for those aged 0+. Well, the second episode itself plunges into a natural existential crisis, and most of the episode is built around how Pomni gets into trouble with an NPC alligator according to Gary's Smoke command, jumping into textures and ending up in the dark backrooms. And almost the entire episode, we're not watching the colorful characters' antics and cringy jokes, but rather the poor alligator's realization of the fact that he is an NPC in a darn game. Worldview collapse, psych break, and existential crisis. He suddenly realizes that his memories are false, that everything he knew was just a scripted scenario in his head. Almost the entire episode, Pomni helps the alligator from going insane, as she herself experienced a similar shock of the meaningless and purposelessness of her existence. Surprisingly, she bonds with him. And at the end of the adventure, when they return to the circus location, Kane just...
Wait, what?
kills him! That's it! That's exactly what I've been waiting from the circus and the realization of the oppressive virtual reality, where gradually going insane characters are trapped like in a prison. I hope none of you were expecting another Scooby-Doo nonsense for little kids, as you might have formed such an opinion because of the universal creativity of the internet. Well, Gasworks provided us with exactly what we needed. I'm already anticipating emotional trauma of all young viewers who aren't used to having the characters of their favorite cartoon simply incinerated on the spot. Oh yeah, that's the Amazing Digital Circus right there. So get ready for the gradually going insane Harley Quinn Pomni, God Kane, and the most mind-blowing joke of the millennium, which I feel the circus will repeat in every episode.
Very sticky indeed.
Sounds
Bubble, you can't say that.
Oh, welcome back, my dear fans of animation and cartoons. It's me, Dee, and you're watching DeeAnimations channel. And we didn't really have to wait long, but those who were waiting for the second episode of the Amazing Digital Circus, I think I will be ecstatic about the second episode, because it's exactly what it should be. In my opinion, the second episode further reveals that this animated series is not just giggles and laughs in colorful sets. It's just like Arkham Asylum. It's like navigating between colorfulness for the young audience, which allowed the circus to break all unimaginable records. The show itself carries themes that not every viewer can appreciate, and since only the most elite of the elites have gathered on my channels, why don't we take a closer look at the Amazing Digital Circus again. So as we speculated earlier, the scenes where Pomni despairs and transforms into something horrifying indeed turn into just a dream. The scenes itself subtly hints that Pomni doesn't fully trust all the circus characters, and it's amazing! I rarely see something like this. What am I talking about? Have you even thought that in almost any animated series, when characters meet each other, they quickly bond as friends and partners? But in the circus, it's different. Yes, Pomni talks to the characters because she's stuck here, but deep down she doesn't trust them and doesn't see them as her companions. But Kane comes up with adventures for our heroes again, and this swearing joke, oh my god. I understand that the last time, because of Pomni, it turned into memes, but I don't believe it should be repeated in every freaking episode. Although it would be funny if it becomes a cross-episode meme from different characters.
oh my god.
In general, forcibly teleporting like in VR chat, the heroes end up in a candy kingdom, where they have to retrieve a truck with the syrup. And almost all the time during the adventure, Pomni behaves extremely broken. She dislikes everything and mocks everything. Among the main characters of most web animated series and cartoons, Pomni feels the most alive and real. She really feels like a person who could get into this situation and be trapped in the game. The other characters seems to have long gotten used to the madness unfolding and just somehow have fun. But the coolest of all looks Jax. Okay, before he seems to me just like a jerk rabbit with sad smile, but now this is a mass murderer and violence-wanting jerk rabbit with sad smile. And now it's fun! And he even has a gyroscopic hat with automatic balance. Now it looks about 10 times more ironic, considering that Jax is hugely popular among the female audience. Anyway, during the episode, the princess assigns the heroes a task to retrieve the syrup, and for that they are given a truck, and a cool, funny madness with trauma chase begins in the style of Fast and Furious. Regatha even got pierced twice, and Jax forgot what gravity is and doesn't fall from the falling truck. And due to the collision, Pomni and the alligator are sent to the hack like in Garry's mod, into the textures, and the next half of the episode literally looks like this.
What?
I apologize, I had the viewer's ecstasy from how the breakdown of reality awareness from the alligator is presented, and what he understands that he's just a bunch of ones and zeros and lines of code, that he never lived and never existed. A situation from Greek philosophy occurs, the character's realization of other, higher layers of reality. Can't you call the show magnificent when it suddenly can make me worry and empathize with the characters? It's the dialogues of the characters that I enjoy the most in this episode. Again, besides the breakdown of the world view from some characters, what I want to say, it's banal looking at Regatha, Kinger, Jax and others only in the second episode, but you clearly see how they have spent a lot of time together, how they react to different things in adventures that Kane prepares for them, whom NPCs consider a god. Well, to be fair, there is a reason for that. I see how the heroes have gone through not just 100 such adventures, and therefore the feeling that they have long been united in their own way. I see how each other one tries to stay true to themselves in this crazy reality. Most likely, in Jack's case, this world has taken its toll the most. He behaves like that Skyrim player who fed up with everything and is looking for some way to entertain himself, like killing all the NPCs in Skyrim or destroying villages. Well, you get it. Jax is literally the embodiment of that, in my opinion. Well, if there are no boundaries to anything, he unleashes ruthless cruelty right and left, as much as he can. It's banal, like videos where something heavy falls on someone. It's just one of few things that makes him feel alive, even if it annoys and irritates the other circus inhabitants. In the dialogues, not in the jokes and chases, the true essence of the episode, which is really pleasing. I see how the circus doesn't just say that it's a more mature work than a bunch of kids in the fandom expected. The circus is indeed something more. That's why it's amazing. And to be honest, I was torn apart by the fact that, firstly, Jax finally arranged a mass slaughter at the end of the adventure, letting some monster into the Candy Kingdom that eats people. And the alligator, who realized himself as a game character but was ready to grow and move forward without heroes and became the first real friend for Pomni. Kane just, well, yeah, evaporates him. Like the Joker with the pencil thingy. To say how it weighs on Pomni is an understatement. The worldview and even the sense of the world here are probably completely shattered. But surprisingly, Pomni understands that it is surrounded by not just lifeless people when Regatha and others hold a farewell ceremony for the clown Kaufmo, who left behind the scenes in the first episode. Pomni understands that even if she disperses and forgets herself, she will at least remain in the memories of the other guys, who, as it turns out, do care about her. And this is the least they can do to give meaning and not forget those who already left. And how to sum it up? I sincerely believe that this episode is an absolute success. It is overall much stronger and more serious than the first one, but it's not devoid of the humor that many loved about the Digital Circus. And Glitch Studio continues to release more than worthy web cartoon works in, notice, the still unchanged computer setting. I don't remember if this is a studio's goal, but for now, it feels like such a feature and highlight. Like, if you want a cartoon about something cybernetic and digital, then go to Glitch Murder Jones, and the Amazing Digital Circus confirmed this theory. I sincerely wonder if just in the second episode the characters seem so lifelike, especially Pomni. Then what will the circus ultimately appear as when the full season comes out? Perhaps a new icon of well-developed cartoon characters is looming, characters you sincerely believe are alive. Such rare occurrences actually happen, and such an achievement is not granted to every character in animated series. Some of the brightest examples for me are the characters from Avatar or Gravity Falls. What do you think? Be sure to let me know in the comments if Pomni became for you as well in the second episode almost an interpretation of a real person amidst the backdrop of this cartoon. The other characters, even if they don't spend much time on themselves, are shown extremely vividly. And in terms of charisma, they can be envied. Personally, I think the creators can be proud of what they've done. While I personally prefer to watch a 2D animation, that's just my taste, but I genuinely interested in following the circus. Beyond the drones, I mean. Though I'll forever blame Liam Vickers for not drawing drones in his 2D style, because oh my god, Liam, your 2D drone designs are insanely cool. Come on, please, make them 2D at least for fun. Well, that's how the second episode of the Amazing Digital Circus turns out. I'm incredibly happy with how the series is presented to us now, and seeing that it gives me everything I wanted to see in it. So I really hope that all the inflated hype around the circus doesn't burst, because the series is much more complex and is absolutely not what I was imagined to be by all those who made the pirate parodies. But I believe that you just need to watch episodes 1 and 2 to decide for yourself if this project suits you. Personally, for me, absolutely. I'm already stocked up on popcorn and waiting for the next episode and for a new batch of art with Pomni. Okay, I know you'll do it, even if I ask you to stop, because the internet has always had a thing for clowns. And generally, well, you know, internet. So, do you think the heroes live in the circus? Well, take a look at the world right now. In my opinion, we live in even bigger circus than the heroes of the digital circus. At least they can have some fun. Anyway, we're eagerly awaiting for the third episode, and I can confidently say that Glitch Studio is not lowering the bar and is only raising the status as one of the leading studios in our beloved web animation. And don't you disappear, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.